Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this how to play video I'm going to take a look at another variant of Jade Druid, the Pyromancer Jade Druid. So this is a newer take on Jade Druid that actually cuts some of the quite normally used cards because it cuts the Jade Spirit altogether. There's no Jade Spirit in this one at all. And many variants also cut Feral Rage altogether, or they cut weapon removal. So what is going on with this one? Well, what's going on is that it runs double Wild Pyromancers and double Acolytes of Pain. So Wild Pyromancers enable clearing these token boards. They just deal damage after damage. You can buff them up with Earthen Scales to deal even more damage. And if you have an Acolyte of Pain on the board while you use Wild Pyromancer, then you also happen to draw cards. So this is a deck that is able to draw cards very quickly and very effectively. And this particular variant that I have been playing is also running Mark of the Lotus, which then can buff your Wild Pyromancer. It can buff your Acolyte of Pain, so you get to draw even more cards and you get to clear even more boards. So some pretty interesting stuff right there. I know that some of the most recent versions of this deck have cut Mark of the Lotus, they've cut Feral Rage and they put in 2 Moonfires instead. So that enables Wild Pyromancer to work even faster, snipe some targets a little bit with the damage from Moonfire in addition to the area of effect damage. And it's also free cycle with the Gadgets and Auctioneer, so even more draw that way as well. So there are a couple of ways to build this variant of Jade Druid. So when you're playing this deck, then how do you mulligan? You are still playing Druid, you're still playing Jade Druid, you want ramp. So there's Wild Growth and then there's Jade Blossom, and you really want those. You want to get your mana up so that you can make more and bigger plays all the time. If you're facing something aggressive, you typically want to keep Wrath. Wrath can kill a Vicious Fledgling, Wrath can kill a Murloc War Leader. And you also have these double Pyromancers, and if you have like Pyromancer and Earthen Scale, so Pyromancer, Mark of the Lotus, maybe some other cheap spells, Innervate and stuff, that can also give you some kind of really good anti-aggro play right there. Other than that, you really check on what do you have and how does all of it line up. If you have Wild Growth, you know that okay, if I play that on 2, then on turn 3 I will actually have 4 mana. What do I want to do with that? Maybe I want to keep a Fandral with that for something. So just thinking about the curve that you have and how you will be able to use that. And how does this deck win games? Well, this deck wins games like Jade Druid wins games. It wins games by making infinite Jades. That's the main win condition, at least in slower matchups. So you have Gadgets and Auctioneer, and if you get to play Gadgets and Auctioneer on 10 mana, and you get to play a Wild Growth with that, and you get the excess mana, you get to play that, you're already drawing 3 cards. Maybe you play an Innervate, you draw another card, and gain 2 mana, and then you just shuffle these Jade Idols, play them out, shuffle and play. Make really big boards. If the opponent is able to clear big boards, then you want to hold on to some Jade Generators so that you won't run out in case they happen to clear your board. But that's the way this deck wins in slow games. Against Mage, if there's a slow game against Mage deck like a Burn Mage or a Freeze Mage, then the key card is Earthen Scales. Because you want to ramp up your Jades, and then you want to play Earthen Scales on a really big Jade. It will give you something like 12 armor, and then the Mage will not have enough burn to kill you. And because it's armed, they can't even take that away with Alexstrasza, so it's twice as good. However, you don't always have to shuffle the Jades and make bigger and bigger Jades. In faster matchups, you can freely use both copies of Jade Idol just to make minions, so that you get those bigger Jades earlier, and you gain tempo and you're actually able to contest the board. Aggro deck will perish before you run out of stuff anyway. And this deck, of course, because it's cutting the Jade Spirits, then the biggest Jades you can make without shuffling anything is 8/8s. But those are still pretty good against aggro decks especially. Things don't really go that long in those matchups. But yeah, this deck is all about survival in the early game, helped by the Pyromancer, card draw in the early game, helped by the Acolyte, card draw in the late game, helped by the Gadget and Auctioneer, then shuffling these Jades and making those big Jades, and that's how it wins games. So let's take a look at some actual gameplay and how this deck has been performing. And remember, if you enjoy this content, then like this video and subscribe to my channel. And let's take a look at that gameplay. Let's try again. Same bad matchup. Tilting. Jade Idol. Yeah, let's make a 1/1 golem. I think it's fine. He might have a buff for this if he has a Rockpool Hunter in hand. But that has to be exactly Rockpool Hunter, and he didn't keep any cards. So he doesn't actually have anything here. He's a little bit scared. That's good. That's what I like to see. Let's ramp up a little bit. See how this one's going to turn out. Buffing the same Murloc again. So if that's a war leader, it's a 5/5 war leader by now. That can really get nasty. I could play Pyromancer and Cycle of Wrath on this one. That would still keep the swipe. And keep the Pyromancer on the board as well. So let's do that. Pyromancer stays on the board. His minions are cleared. I still have some mana to do some interesting things maybe. Let's try. I mean, he has to deal with the Pyromancer. Well, that is a good way to deal with the Pyromancer. Absolutely. That could also be a Finja, by the way. A 4/6 Finja would be really troublesome. So I could coin the... I think I have to coin the Jade Behemoth here. I just think I need the board presence right now. Also, as an upside, the Choose the Champion alone does not kill the Jade Behemoth. Seriously? So lucky. What can you do? That sometimes happens. I think it's Auctioneer, Innervate, Earthen Scales. You can still kill this with the Finja. We'll still have the swipe left. We'll get to pick up some cards. I think I just have to go for this. But which one will I Earthen Scales? Do I make this a 4/7? If he has Spike Ridge Steed for the Finja, Finja can still kill it. I could also Earthen Scales the Auctioneer to make it that one a little bit more difficult to kill. Let's try this out. Next turn I can play Swipe and the Jade Blossom. He is running Consecration. I did not expect him to run Consecration, to be honest. What can he pull? Nothing too good. We'll see. I probably have to swipe away the Finja. Diversing his assets a little bit. Yeah, I think I need to swipe the Finja here. Because Finja is just so dangerous. And Blossom up a little bit. Let's see. Do I have enough cards? It's pretty rough. Now he must not have war leaders, so that I can go with the Primordial Drake. Has the Steed. Primordial Drake doesn't really... That could be a Repentance. That would be a pretty bad thing for me. Are there any good things for me? Probably not. I think I have to play the Primordial Drake anyway. So it's Noble Sacrifice or Eye for an Eye. One of those two. I have to save these cards and hope that I can top deck something useful. He's one off from killing the Drake now, but well, now he can kill it. Okay, second Pyromancer, second Drake, something like that. Second Drake and I'm golden. Auctioneer's not quite that, but I still have to play it. I guess I'll innervate first, see if I can find a Pyromancer. Cannot find a Pyromancer, so that's 8, 9, 11 damage. It's going to be Aya turn, right? Or I can draw one more card by playing Mark of the Lotus. But then I still cannot use the Pyromancer even if I find it. And I guess I could play Mark. I could try something like Fandral Mark. Is that one card draw going to help me? I think Aya is going to be better. Let's see. I'll try with this. Get some more Jades going. I could have drawn one more card. Why did he sacrifice the minion? That didn't make any sense. No, I just don't understand. Oh, he has another consecration. Alright. Well, I guess that kind of makes sense. Super good top decks for him. And then there's going to be the Noble Sacrifice, right? I can hero power into the Noble Sacrifice. So I will get to remove that one minion from the board. Then Aya can kill this one. And I get to play Jade Behemoth. And I guess I'll probably play the Mark of the Lotus here. Yeah, let's Mark of the Lotus as well. So now he would need 2 more damage to be able to use the Mega Sword to kill something. Ha ha ha! Sure. Pretty lucky indeed. I just think his luck is not going to be enough this time. Well, to be honest, it was not going to be enough last time. I had that game won, but I lost because of the disconnect. Okay, time to play Fandral and Feral Rage, I guess. I would say the Feral Rage to kill something bigger, though. Maybe I don't need the Feral Rage now. It is unlikely to be able to deal with Fandral. And this also sets up for lethal with the Feral Rage quite nicely. Yeah, I think I like this one. He needs a really good top deck here. And that's not it, so we win. Excellent. Would have won already the last game except for the disconnect, so in that sense pretty unlucky. But at least I was able to take this one now. So there you go, Murloc Paladin. In spirit this is now 2-0 for me, because the last game would have also been a victory if it was not for the disconnect, but this hand looks pretty decent. This might work out. There's no ramp in here, but I'm on the coin and I have plenty of ways to deal with white boards. More aggressive Murloc Paladins. Maybe this deck is not the best option overall when facing aggro Murloc Paladins. I'm not going to use the coin. We'll see. Diana, hi Guardian, how's the climbing? Well, pretty bad. Been floating around rank 4 for 2 days now. Ouch, that hurts. Yeah, I can only deal 2 right now. Is he going to have a war leader? He might. Some kind of other buff. I think I just have to hero power down this one. I was considering hitting the Hydrologist, putting that down to 2 health, then going for Pyromancer board clear next turn. But War Leader, Cold Light Seer, multiple cards that would make that pretty bad for me. I wonder what the secret is. I could drop the Acolyte here. Repentance. Haha. I see your repentance. Okay, now that we got the repentance out of the way, that's really good. Are you going to spend a true silver champion attack on that one? No, you're not. Straight to the face. Man, this guy means business. And that's another 7. I have double Earthen Scales in hand, though. I think I'm just going to Jade Blossom. Let's hold on for a while here. I don't think there's lethal coming. I have the potential to go for some pretty sweet Pyromancer turns. He really wants to just go face, face, face. What a boring fellow. Oh, he didn't want to use this one now. Well, that's a good choice. Good choice on not using it now. Behemoth is an option. He could have something with War Leaders and stuff. What if I hit here, Cycle of Wrath and swipe? That still leaves me with the Pyromancer place for future turns. I think I'll try that. I still have the Pyromancer available afterwards. And this denies the board. I think this is alright. Bit low in health, but I have double Earthen Scales. Pretty strong picks there. And he can play something like a Spikerid Steed on these fellows. That can get nasty. But that's 6 damage already. With a buff it's more. Probably need to play the Behemoth here. With a Spikerid Steed, that's 7, 8 damage. So Earthen Scales doesn't really help. Let's go for this now. I am a bit low on health because he has had some pretty good stuff going. I probably have to clean this up with the Pyromancer now. That means using my Earthen Scales as well. So if I play Pyro, Scales, I can play the Acolyte as well. 2, 4, 5, 8. Pyromancer Scales is needed to deal that 4 damage. If that's what I'm after. What if I go Pyromancer Acolyte? I'd probably go for something like that. Pyromancer Acolyte Scales. And then Scales again into Innervate Blossom. Let's do it like this. I think this is fine. I'm now at 18, I cleaned up the board. He could have a Tyrion. As always, the Tyrion. So Fandral Feral Rage Wrath cleans up the Tyrion for 7, 9 mana. That looks like the play. We'll give him the Ashbringer though. But I have no more healing available. I could also Nourish. Nah, too late for that. Hit there. Wrath. Picked up a Wild Growth, nice. Feral Rage. Clean up the Tyrion. Jade Idol. Make a 4/4 as well. I'm still at 20. The Ashbringer is 15 damage. Diano, did you got the ooze? Yes, I have got the ooze. Because this deck is much more based on the Wild Pyromancer synergies, not so much on the ooze at all. But we'll see. So that's 8 damage. That's not disastrous yet. I mean, I could even coin Nourish and then still play Aya. I mean, Nourish and then coin Aya. Now let's draw 3 cards. He may or may not have Tarim. So difficult to say. Let's coin the Eye. And I guess I'll take a hit there. He already spent 1 consecration, so the probability that he has a second consecration in hand is very low. Which again means that... No, he had the second consecration in hand. Well, that's pretty sweet. Hi, OR. It's going okay. Having that second consecration in hand was actually really superb for him, but he needed to have both consecrations. Well, sometimes they have them both. How is it going? It's going alright. So trade, Jade Behemoth. Keeps me alive at least. Maybe. Should keep me alive. What if he has Tarim? Tarim actually could kill me if I don't armor up. Even if I armor up, Tarim is lethal. Unless I play a Drake. Drake means Tarim is not lethal. So I have to play the Drake. Yeah, actually I have to play the Primordial Drake here. Because otherwise Tarim is lethal. But now, with Tarim he can connect 5 to face. So now Tarim is not lethal yet. Oh, he's playing all sorts of stuff. He's also playing Primordial Drake, so this is a much more mid-range build. Interesting facts. And he could still have the Tarim in hand. So if I trade, I need to play another Drake, or the Jade Behemoth. Or otherwise Tarim is again lethal. Such an annoying thing. If I play the Behemoth... No, I can't play the Behemoth, he will have too many minions on the board. That will still keep Tarim as a lethal. So I have to play the Drake. And that's annoying. Play the Drake. Hero power to clear the entire board. Alright. Well, now he doesn't have any minions, so Tarim is not that effective. But he can probably re-flood the board. Second Tyrion. Second Tyrion is also a pretty good card to have. 2 Tyrions are pretty sweet. Time to go for some miracles, I believe, yes. Alright, let's start drawing cards. I can't remember if I used my idols. Probably need to shuffle, because I can't remember. Okay. Need to be faster, need to be faster. Need to be faster. Need to be a little bit faster. Need to be a little bit faster. Then we wait. You played one with Fandral. Yeah, so I already shuffled some in. But I'm still expecting that Tarim. He could also find Poisonous. But that's just a 30% chance. Now, did he use both True Silver Champions already? He used 2 True Silver Champions. I don't think he has a weapon left. Oh, but he has that. So then I would need to have a big bunch of clearing. In addition to some taunts. But I have exactly that, right? Well, not exactly. Because I cannot kill that Megasaur. I can only deal 3 with the Pyromancer. So Pyromancer, shuffle 1. Or shuffle 1 Pyromancer, Mark of the Lotus. I do need to shuffle, right? I must not shuffle. Pyromancer, this fellow, Mark of the Lotus, 9/9 Jade Golem. This has got to be the play, right? So now I still threaten lethal, but I can also die here very easily. But now he needs to have a charge Murloc. There has to be a Blue Chill Warrior in the hand. Blue Chill Warrior or Taunt. So obviously there was no Blue Chill Warrior. He would have played that. Now he has to pick up Taunt then, otherwise he dies. Because I have 22 damage from the board. Yup, you're dead, Mr. Paladin. You are very, very dead. Excellent. I might try to keep these. I have to assume it's Aggro Druid. Now I have the Mark of the Lotus as well. Alright. Let's see. If it's Aggro Druid, can I do something about it? Well, that's an Aggro Druid, alright. But he might want to play a Mark of Yashuras on this one, so it becomes a 3/3. I wanted to hit it anyway in case he tries to go for something else instead of the card draw. Oh, just a Firefly, alright. So if I play Jade Blossom here, I will have 5 mana next turn. That's 2, 3, 6 mana. I can deal 3 damage to the entire board. I think I'll just ramp with the Blossom here. He might have a buff. If this one goes up to 4 health, then removing it is a little bit more difficult. But 3 health minions will die to the Pyromancer. If I want to do it like that. But if I kill the 3 health minions with the Pyromancer, that means that I have to sacrifice my Pyromancer as well, because it's only going to have 3 health. So actually I think I'm going to Feral Rage down this fledgling here. Wait a little bit longer. But now I don't have the spells. But I can also innervate Primordial Drake next turn. That's another option that I can do. That will not kill the Wall Eater. He can have more Murlocs next turn. Well, now I again have the spells to kill the Wall Eater. It will also kill my Pyromancer. So Pyromancer, Innervate. Innervate is kind of wasted there actually. It's just Pyromancer, Jade Idol, Mark of the Lotus, Hero Power here. That's 6 mana. Deal 2 damage to everything else and 3 to the wall later. No, that's the play. So right here, right now, Mark of the Lotus getting some work done. Now, that's a board clear. And I still have access to a Primordial Drake. Obviously, Pyromancer is pretty easy to kill from 1 health. He could just like hero power it down if he likes. A homebrew deck. Well, the real deck, it's not exactly a homebrew. I mean, it is kind of, but this Pyromancer and this other stuff, they are from competitive ages Reddit. Some people had been running Jade Druid like this. Not exactly like this, I made some modifications. And probably made the deck worse because I'm just losing. Ha. But still. I guess it's auctioneer time, and let's make the auctioneer 5/5. I still have access to Primordial Drake if he goes living mana. He needs to have some chargers here. Jade Lotus seems so. It's to be used with Wild Pyromancer to clear boards. I already cleared a board with that today. Ha. Oh dear, now he's going to buff these. So Primordial Drake doesn't kill them. Now that's a problem. Ha! Now I have the board clear. So it's Pyromancer, Innervate Drake. 3 damage to everything. Sounds perfect. Let's just hit face with this. Play another Pyromancer. Play an Innervate. And play a Primordial Drake. And there goes the living mana board. This living mana board. He might have another. But he doesn't, he just concedes. Excellent. Now this worked exactly as it was meant to be working. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.